Jesus is dead. Whereas Jesus died on Good Friday, here on Holy Saturday, Jesus is dead. He's gone. Can you imagine what was going through the minds of his followers on that day? For 3 years, they had walked with him. They had listened to his teaching. They had laughed with him. They had eaten with him. They had watched as he'd healed and brought hope into the lives of so many different people. They'd watched as he'd calmed the raging sea and fed the multitudes. They'd known the touch of his hands upon their feet and probably on their shoulders, his hug. They'd known his presence. And now he was gone. I mean, talk about painful. These men and women, these disciples who had known his presence, suddenly find themselves alone. Now, some of you know of what I speak. For some, it's your first Easter without their presence. And so in many ways, this hits a nerve. For others, I know that while it's been a while, there's still an empty place. There's still pain. You know what it is to grieve. You know the feeling of being alone. Before I go on, I want to say something that I know sounds trite, but it's true. You are not alone. God is with you. God loves you. Which leads me to turn to the church, to us. Let's show each other that we are indeed not alone. That in our grief and our pain, that we are here for one another. Maybe you might consider this morning texting someone you know who has, like these disciples, experienced deep loss. And you'd let them know that they do not walk this road alone, that you are praying for them. And that like the end of this story doesn't end in grief, but it ends in rejoicing. Because as dark as today is, the hope of tomorrow is brighter still. Well, I'll see you at the empty tomb.